Welcome to Cheatlogue, where raw human emotions spill into every line. Here we uncover stories of betrayal, heartbreak, and the secrets that tear lives apart. The gavel struck once, echoing like thunder in the silent courtroom. My palms pressed against the cold wooden bench, slick with sweat as I watched him. Michael stood just a few feet away, shoulders tight, eyes fixed anywhere but on me. For 20 years, this man had been my husband, my partner, my anchor in storms, my companion through countless quiet nights. And yet, as the judge announced a short recess, I caught my reflection in the polished table before me. I was smiling. Not from joy, not from victory, but because after 2 decades together, Michael still didn't know the truth that shaped everything between us. And now he was about to. The secret didn't begin here in this courtroom. It started one cold February night in 2005, while Michael was away on a business trip in Chicago. We had only been married 3 years, newlyweds with a small house, big dreams, and promises that felt endless. I was 27, restless, and lonelier than I dared admit. That night, after too much wine with an old college friend, Daniel, something happened. Something I swore was a mistake, a fleeting weakness. But the shadow of that night never left. It sank into our marriage, shaping every choice, every hesitation, every forced smile over dinner. And then, months later, when 2 pink lines appeared on a pregnancy test, my world split. Michael was ecstatic. I was terrified. I told myself it didn't matter who the father was. That love would mend it. That time would bury it. But time doesn't bury. It festers. Now here we were. Not in court for love, but for its ashes. Michael had filed for divorce 6 months earlier. Not because he knew, he didn't, but because we had become strangers sharing a mortgage and a last name. Years of silence and resentment had built walls so high neither of us could see over them. Our daughter Lily was 19 now, radiant and brilliant, the best part of my life, and the living reminder of my secret. Michael adored her, raised her, claimed her as his own. But as custody plans and financial settlements were debated, I knew the truth had clawed its way up. Mrs. Carter, the opposing lawyer, began. His voice smooth, sharp as glass. Would you care to explain the recent DNA tests submitted to this court? Michael's head turned slowly, like a man bracing for an earthquake. His eyes locking on me for the first time that day. My heart slammed against my ribs. This was it. The air thickened, the murmurs faded into silence, every gaze fixed on me. I swallowed hard. Yes, I said, my voice steadier than I felt. The test is mine. And Lily's. Michael frowned. What test? The lawyer answered for me. The test proving Lily is not biologically your child, Mr. Carter. There are moments when sound vanishes, when the world folds in on itself. This was one. Michael's face drained. He blinked, shook his head as if the words were in a foreign tongue. That's not possible, he whispered. I wanted to reach for him, to scream that it didn't matter, that he was still her father in every way that counted. But truth carries a weight of its own, and it crushed the air from the room. I never wanted it revealed this way, I said softly, my voice breaking. I never meant to hurt you. Michael stared at me, really stared, and in his eyes, I saw our years unraveling. Birthdays, hospital visits, vacations, all replaying with a single painful question at their center. Who? He asked finally, fury straining every syllable. Who is her father? I hesitated, then whispered. Daniel. His jaw tightened. Your college friend. The one at our wedding. He nodded, a sound breaking from him, half laugh, half cry. For the first time, Michael looked hollow, gutted from within. The rest of the hearing blurred. Custody terms, asset divisions, legal words like stones dropped into a river. But in my mind, I was back in our kitchen 2 decades ago, watching him paint the nursery a soft yellow, humming with pride, while I stood behind him, hands on my stomach, already carrying a lie. When court adjourned for lunch, Michael didn't meet my eyes. He walked past like I was a stranger, his lawyer murmuring about next steps. I sat with cold coffee, asking myself if silence had ever been the right choice. Lily loved him. He loved her. Their bond was real, blood aside. Yet one night of weakness had poisoned years of trust. Outside, beneath heavy gray skies, he finally approached me. "Why?" he asked simply. I met his gaze. "Because I was afraid. I thought I could bury it. I thought love would erase it." He repeated my word bitterly. "Love. You call this love?" Flinched. "I loved you, Michael. I still do in some way. And I love her. She's yours, no matter what the test says." He let out a hollow laugh. "Mine. For 19 years I woke thinking I knew my family. I thought I knew my wife. I've been living a lie." 2 months later, the divorce was final. Lily stayed with me at first, but her bond with Michael fractured. Not because of him, but because of me. She didn't hate me, but she couldn't look at me the same. Michael never sought revenge. Never contested support. He just withdrew. Sometimes silence is harsher than rage. A year has passed. I still see him at Lily's college events, at family gatherings where ghosts of our past hover behind forced smiles. He's civil, polite, but the warmth is gone. And every time I wonder, if I had confessed when the nursery paint was still fresh, would we have survived? Or did I kill us with silence from the start? The day the judge dissolved our marriage, I walked out with my head high and my heart in ruins. I smiled, not in triumph, but because the truth had finally breathed, even if it suffocated us both. Some betrayals aren't born of malice, but of fear. Mine lasted 20 years. Thank you for watching Breakup Cheater. If this story touched you, share your thoughts below. And remember, secrets never stay buried forever. Subscribe for more stories that linger long after the last word.